Powered by the holy light and the undying strength of their convictions, the Draenei led the charge against the demonic Burning Legion in Outland. Now, with the Legion's defeat, they have completed the desperate mission that first brought them to Azeroth. Though some Draenei were sent back to Outland to revitalize their former civilization, the majority have vowed to remain and uphold their sacred commitment to the Alliance. Driven by a powerful vision, the immortal prophet Velen believes that a great war between the darkness and the light is fast approaching, and that Azeroth will be its principal battleground. As one of Velen's chosen, you must stand bravely before the Shadow and ensure that your people are ready for the war to come.
Assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome to Let's Level Every Class, the World of Warcraft War Within series, episode 1, featuring the one and the only, the Honorable Draenei Shaman Morame and her leveling journey. Thank you all so much for tuning into episode 1. Basic goal of the Let's Level series is to level every class, different race, every single time, or at least most of the time, as often as I can, as much as I can. Get to experience Azeroth from a beginner standpoint in the retail series, and at some point soon to be classic as well. Level every class, different race every time, learn all about Azeroth, the starting areas of each specific race, and just learn the classes, learn the roles, delve into dungeons, all that fun stuff. I thank everybody here for joining on episode 1. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Blessings.
I knew I would have to heal at some point. And this was hard. It was hard to determine, was the first healer going to be on the Horde side, which is what I primarily play, or the Alliance side. And Shaman is... People are critical of shamans. I honestly, people are genuinely pretty, not judgmental, but just have, a shaman's got to be one of two races. You either go with the trolls or you go with the Draenei. Which one is it going to be? And I'm very, very partial to my Horde family. Shoutouts to all the Horde players, dedicated Blood Elf myself. However, given the series objective, and I really am trying to diversify my own individual portfolio here, we are going to go on the Alliance side this time around. I have never, disclaimer, I have never, ever played a Draenei before. Given the fact that Draenei and Blood Elves both came in the same expansion, the more popular choice was right in front of me the entire time. Obviously, I went Blood Elf. So now we're getting to experience the Draenei's leveling, or starting zone, the storyline, and eventually the Heritage Armor quest, which I've heard is really, really unique and very good. A lot of different life lessons. What I'm also noticing already is we're gonna have this little ASMR lightning bolt here. I sincerely apologize if the sound effect of the annoys anybody here. I do sincerely apologize, but I think we're gonna be hearing lightning bolt a lot. I have a very good feeling. So I do apologize if that comes to be of annoyance to anybody. A little bit about myself. First responder in real life, father of a wonderful neurodivergent child. I specialized CIT and CIT first response. So I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two, just like any and all first responders out in life. college student, full-time college student, and I guess now full-time creator or artist. Novice of World of Warcraft, however, did play during Classic, Burning Crusade, Wrath, and just before Kata had come out, barely scraping the surface.
Open your heart.
Stopped playing any MMOs at that point for a little bit, but jumped back and primarily just played FF11. So my background in MMOs comes from a place of the traditional MMO, the EverQuest style MMO. I'm familiar with World of Warcraft, but it's been a long time. Throughout this video, there's going to be cards in the top right screen as well, which will take you, if you want to go, if you're of interest, go ahead and check out any of the other character playthroughs that are on the channel. We have a human warrior Malakiel and her leveling journey, which is concluded. Blood Elf Paladin Valera, that her series will be concluding relatively soon. And we do have a Void Elf Monk Novazaru. A lot of girls, a lot of daughters. Yeah, a lot of daughters here. I'm trying to expand the family, you know what I mean? So we are here in Amenvale. Amenvale? Well, wait a minute. Hold on. That Draenei had a Blood Elf piece on her. How dare you? Draenei don't get to wear Blood Elves stuff unless that's like an item drop at some point. You're telling me Blood Elves are on this island as well? I understand we crash landed and we're kind of stuck at the moment. These giant purple crystals as well, they're really out there, man. They're kind of reminding me of like Spyro 2. I think it was like one of the first worlds that you get to experience, and you just have a bunch of crystals and stuff like that. Shoutouts to all my fellow 90s children out there. We had a good, didn't we? We really did have it good in terms of all the games we had at the time. Whoa, where'd that one come from? So it looks like we're going to, and really this is great. We get to not only jump in there, start getting some survivors, help them out, give them a heal. I don't have one at the moment, except for that. Light be praised indeed. Shoutouts to brother Boklahoma, fellow World of Warcraft creator in this space. I guess we're gonna learn all about his favorite race. And I don't know if it's his favorite race in all of World of Warcraft, however, I know it's the race he plays primarily. It's either Draenei or Slyforged Draenei, but you get the point. They're different, but they come from the same family, so it's gonna be fun to learn about the lore of Draenei as well.
Each day is a blessing.
How did I come up with the name Morame, by the by?
Seek the path of
I will
the
give any keen
light. May the light
player of video games, specifically FPSs in the early 2000s and going into the mids and, well, eventually late 2000s, you might recognize the name from a particular character in a very popular FPS franchise. But I won't spoil where the name and the not the resonance, but the influence of the name came from. I will give you one hint, however, and it's up to you to try to figure it out. I'll give you a hint, and this is like a direct quote from arguably the best title in the series. Were it so easy. I know it's a little vague, but if you know,
greetings, friend.
you know.
Dionysaka.
Good fortune.
So we're starting off with what basically appears to be assisting with why the heck is a panda doing here? You didn't come until, well, this is retail. I was gonna say these things, pandas didn't come until much later, but this is retail. So just like any starting area in any particular race, the main objective is pretty much the same: fetch questing. Fetch questing, This time we do have a very keen objective, and the objective is help the crash landed site, gather resources, help survivors. Not too bad. Pretty good in a little bit of an introduction. I do plan on doing quite a bit of time walking dungeons as a healer. There's going to be a big rotation of time walking coming soon. We will be leveling Morame in the Burning Crusade Chromie timeline specifically. So hoping to get a lot of Burning Crusade time walking dungeons in, as well as maybe some other ones. Depends on the rotation, but maybe some Battle for Azeroth, Legion, whatever. I'm down for anything because I need to learn. I need to learn how to heal under pressure and stress. Just like the World of First Response and Civil Service is all about stress inoculation, how one copes with stress and all that, and a lot of overtime. I can't stress that enough. A lot of overtime. But I'm looking forward to it because I have never healed side healed, sure, but never dedicated healed in any dungeon or any character in any iteration of World of Warcraft. So this is going to be fun. I hope y'all are going to enjoy the series. I'm going to have a lot of fun learning all about shamans. Never played one, never touched one. A little bit of inspiration came from my brother Perono, who played he is currently playing a shaman on Cataclysm Classic, which is quite literally about to be Mists of Pandaria. And he had a shaman, he was rocking it, he loves it. Plays a troll shaman. And he did temporarily play a Draenei Shaman. And I thought it was cool and unique. It just kind of influenced which race I was ultimately going to decide for the very first healer of the Let's Level series. And I do sincerely hope everybody out there, regardless of which iteration of the game you're currently playing, be it retail, Cataclysm Classic, very, very soon to be Mists of Pandaria Classic, Seasons of Discovery, Classic Anniversary, Classic Era, simply does not matter. I hope your journeys in Azeroth is treating you just as well as mine is. Oh boy, we cannot fly in old BC areas. So we are definitely going to be taking in a lot of scenery in this playthrough, especially for the first, I would argue, at least the first probably 5 episodes into the series. Amenval is quite interesting of an area too. Definitely unique in the landscape. Hills, crystals, aliens. I mean, does it get any better than that? So shoutouts to all the Draenei fans out there. This playthrough is definitely for you. But just in case you are enjoying the Let's Level series, or this is the first time, do consider tossing a like on the video. Maybe consider commenting if you have any constructive feedback or criticism in terms of how to play Shaman, some things I should be looking out for, and maybe even consider subscribing to the channel if and only if I have earned your trust. I cannot stress this enough. The support for the channel has been amazing. The community for the Let's Level series is growing dramatically and faster than I can honestly comprehend. It's quite literally been awesome to see. But definitely only consider subscribing if I have earned it. And if I have not earned your subscription, but you may have interest in continuing to watch the series, maybe at some point do consider it. I'm on a journey to earn every single subscription possible and pretty much earn my little vocal voice in the World of Warcraft community as a whole. So, shukran and thank you. Your time is valuable. Everyone's time in life is valuable. Life is stressful. It's fast-paced, extremely fast-paced these days. And anytime we all, as individuals and families, and just however can get and to culminate and enjoy hobbies or what have you, time is valuable. Your time is valuable, and I'm trying to make sure that you enjoy your time watching this content. Think of the Let's Leveling series as an old Pokemon style Let's Play, or just the old form of Let's Play. We're talking Gen 1, so from like 2006 till about 2008, early 2008. Commentary, gameplay at the forefront, ambiance may or may not be there, kind of depends on perspective. And just generally learning, enjoying the game for what it is, and starting to get a better fundamental understanding of what we're doing. And with any luck, maybe, because I've heard rumors from some fellow WoW players, I'm a big fan of the Mother series. I don't know if any of y'all would out there also know Earthbound here in America, but I'm a big fan of the Earthbound and Mother series, and a good friend of mine had mentioned later on there's definitely some elements in which you can see not influence, especially not direct influence, but you can definitely see some similarities. So as a fellow RPG head, I'm extremely happy to see any and all stuff that I can personally relate to. But we definitely completed our first 4, well, not the very first 4, but we completed a lot of the different fetch quests. Let's go back to the landing site, turn in everything, no doubt get level 5. Leveling is going to be incredibly quick. I imagine healers get just as fast as queues as tanks do, especially for time walking. So I'm very excited. A little nervous, definitely a little nervous, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it as a team, like we always do, right, family? Shoutouts to other WoW creators as well that also helped inspire this series to even exist. I watch a lot of other WoW creators in this space. I'm sure a lot of y'all out there do as well. I think it's good that we support each other, and I think it's good to also recognize just each other's feats and each other's achievements, because that is important. It's important for community building, and it's important to just help diversify everyone's content consumption, I guess. I guess that'd be the right way to put it. So some World of Warcraft creators that have inspired me and definitely have inspired and influenced the Let's Level series. High Lord, Brother Oklahoma, funny dude. He's kind of like that Draenei father in the background. Like, I don't know really how else to describe him. He's kind of like that very supportive Draenei father that's in your always is in your corner and just constantly supporting you at every sports event you got. That's basically what he is. He also influences a lot of people to play Paladin, which is really cool. Definitely tune into his stuff if you are a Paladin main. I learned quite a bit from his stuff, and he's just overall a funny guy. There's also Undead Adam and secondary channel for him, Gutter Speak. He does a lot of characters, and he's currently on a classic journey of leveling a lot of characters, specifically on challenge runs. I'm not a challenge run, unless we're talking Resident Evil, and then depends on the game. If it's the original trilogy, I can do stuff, but not in World of Warcraft. That's just not my style. So Undead Adam, fantastic, phenomenal individual. His voice is extremely calming. His voice is extremely calming. He also sounds like a Forsaken, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. Shoutouts to the Undercity. Best city in the game, by the way. Even as a Blood Elf Paladin, I would totally live in the Undercity. The true holy city, hence the channel name. Another creator would definitely be Lady Survival WoW. She has a lot of amazing, short, sweet, to the point, simple tutorials. I definitely would check her out. She also just achieved, what was it? Invincible as a mount with her amazing husband and whatnot. It's super cool to see. I thought it was cute as hell as a video. As somebody who's been married for a decade, actually 11 years now, I thought it was cute. So definitely go check her out. She also just recently opened up a Patreon. Maybe consider supporting her if you find her content that good and up to your standards, I guess would be the right way to put it. Let's see who else. Acid K from Indonesia. She streams very consistently. Definitely check her out, as well as Tiny Thai Girl. The Southeast Asian family is killing it in terms of World of Warcraft content. Both of them stream extremely consistent, extremely often. So please, if you like live-based content, that's definitely the route to go. And speaking of, there's two creators that started around, I want to say, the same time as one another, and also very much inspired this series. They level a lot of characters, but Azeroth Dan from Australia, very funny guy, and Robert Rambles, of whom I'm sure many of you know. Pretty much, I would coin him as the godfather of Let's Play World of Warcraft. He kind of, I'm not saying he was the first one, but he was the one that really influenced this style of play. He also streams very consistently. Great guy. And Azeroth Meat Hall, if you're into challenge-based runs, there is Azeroth Meat Hall. Fellow Father doing a 1-hour challenge in Classic Anniversary, getting all the way from level 1 to level 60. That is an incredible feat, I must say. So please, do support all your fellow WoW creators out there. I'm always looking out for more creators in this space because, again, I just love consuming knowledge and love learning. I'm sure many of you do as well. You know, Draenei, I like y'all, but that dude looked like he was just laying down. He didn't look like he was injured at all. He was just casually just like laying down. Like, okay, like look at this guy. He's not injured. Look at him. I don't know if I can make it. Just stand up, man. You can absolutely make it. Are you kidding me? You're just sitting there laying down. What happened to the ship? Oh, shoot. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know how most of us even are alive right now. I guess by the luck, you know? We prayed to Lady Sylvanas and she managed to give us a little bit of credit. Even though we're on the opposite side of the fence, you know what I mean?
The Naru have not forgotten us. Dionys Aka, may your days be long and your hardships few.
What business have you?
Anaria Shoreline.
Victory lies ahead.
Ooh, this is gonna be a little rough for me. Again, this lightning bolt ASMR. I'm trying to utilize the little chispa fire, which barely does like any form of damage. Lightning bolt though is putting in a lot of work. I think it's I assume it's going to be our main DPS mechanic. And as I said, we are going to primarily heal on this Draenei, so we're probably going to go, what is it? Restoration Draenei, I think.
I need to target something.
So every little damage spec I get is going to be nice, but this kind of sucks. This kind of sucks right now. I definitely butchered it a little bit, but I was trying to basically save for the family. What I mean by that is I'm attacking Blood Elves right now, or I was attacking Blood Elves. And kind of sucks every time I have to attack Blood Elves because it kind of stings. You know what I mean? It stings. It just stings coming from a Blood Elf player, and I gotta, oh no, we gotta go back. We probably gotta take out, one of the leaders up there. So if the Blood Elves are on this island, I'm assuming they're the ones that probably shot us down. Which I'm kind of okay with. Being a Blood Elf myself, well, I guess I can't be okay with it, considering I'm a Draenei at the moment. How unfortunate. Maybe the Draenei are going to grow on me as this playthrough continues. Maybe. Ah, there she is. Oh wow, this thing's got some range on it. Oh, that is so unfortunate. You'll never take me alive. Well, I mean, you're kind of right. I wasn't going to either. At the very least, I'm glad I don't have to go, chopping heads off and bringing them in as trophies or just proof of accomplishment like we always had to do in Classic Anniversary or just in like Classic. I think BC is when they've finally toned down on that a little bit. These moths are pretty. Oh my goodness. Very pretty. Very pretty wildlife. So far, I'm liking the area. I'm liking the starting area. I think it's definitely different. It's got purple. Purple's my favorite color. Specifically violet being my favorite shade. Violet and lilac. One and the same, really. But I'm liking it. I'm liking what we're doing so far. These little plants, it's cool to see them and the little alien dudes. Little plants from like Ungoro Crater. So obviously, just like in any MMO, you develop game development reusing assets. Kind of speeding up the process. And honestly, it'd be so interesting to be a game developer. I always wanted to make games, but that's just kind of not how my life trajectory ended up being. But I always found it fascinating. Maybe one of these days. You just never know. What do shamans do? Do we go one hand and shield? Do we go staff? I'm going to have to learn that because I just don't know. I doubt they would do like what warriors in Classic did, like dual wield or anything. I don't even think shamans get dual wield.
Kind to those less fortunate.
Hey, holograms. I like this. Communication lines. That's funny. That's funny. Reminds me of some of my cohorts who do that to each other sometimes on the radio. Just, I can't hear you. Like, just as a joke, we would do it to each other and just having some fun when there's a lot of downtime. And we're just trying to pass the time or talk smack to one another. You see, I don't think... How did I save anybody? How did this panda get here? How did this Pandaren get here? There's like one Pandaren, one random Pandaren in the midst of a landing crash. And a Night Elf. And she's rocking Blood Elf gear. Mrs. War Maiden, I will remember that. I'm not saying I'm a blood elf at the moment. However, I know some people. I happen to know some people. I'll remember that. Probably, running around rocking that piece of gear as a trophy. How dare you?
Good fortune.
All right, Botanist.
Be kind to those.
Man, Draenei are voluptuous, man. My goodness. Did you see? Never mind. Never mind. Hey, little dude. We're gonna call you Alien Bro. Oh, hello. So, we already have technology, alchemy, and a sense of being one with the earth and environment around us. Draenei are really a mix, aren't they? Like, it's a little touch of Forsaken here, a little touch of Tauren. It's like Forsaken, Tauren, and technology, so I guess we can say gnomes. I guess. Maybe a little bit more technological advanced, although I guess that's debatable. I don't know. I've had bad experiences with gnomes. Hopefully there's not any, like, though I doubt it. I doubt there's would be any gnome NPCs on this island, but heck, you never know. Sorry, y'all. Shoutouts to everybody that plays gnomes. I'm nothing against y'all. Nothing, absolutely nothing against gnomes. I just had some bad experiences with some gnomes. One in particular who, in my warrior playthrough, I lost my little dino bro because of that jerk. And I was about to punt him all the way down to past Stranglethorn Vale and, potentially send him on the boat to, a boat to Ratchet. Put him in a nice postcard, ship him off to the Barrens and say good luck. Oh, the Barrens. Dude, I miss the Barrens. You've not experienced true World of Warcraft unless you've experienced the Barrens, chat. Some of the greatest political minds have come from the Barrens, chat. I don't know if it's server specific, but if you go to Classic Anniversary, and I don't know if it's slowed down at all on Classic Anniversary, but if it had, on Dream Scythe, but I doubt it. One tradition of World of Warcraft that has stayed prominent. As a Horde player, we protect the Barrens with our existence. You can almost take away any of the major cities. You can take away Orgrimmar, but you will not take the Barrens. You can take the Horde player out of the Barrens, but you can't take the Barrens out the Horde player. And I stand by that. I'm sure many of the Horde family would pretty much feel the same. Alright, so first part of the Vale complete. Looks like we're heading into the second half.
One wishes to you.
Red snapper, very tasty.
Favor the road, by few.
I wouldn't say...
Safe journey.
I mean, much like a bass, I mean, it's okay. Snappers are alright, I guess. My particular favorite fish, catfish. I do not care if those dudes are bottom feeders. A true southern catfish sandwich is to die for. Fish and chips is good too. Don't get me wrong. Fish and chips is good too, but something about a catfish sandwich. A cooked catfish sandwich with a little bit of cucumber slices with some lettuce and all that good stuff. Oh my goodness. Catfish is amazing, y'all. They also look pretty cool too. They got this, like, I don't know, something's cute about them. They got the little face and the whiskers and all that. It's so fun. Oh goodness, what is this? A Murloc? I cannot get away from you guys. No matter what character I play, I just cannot get away from these dang things. My goodness.
May the light embrace you.
Krasivi Ostrov. What a very beautiful island. Looks like we hit the second major encampment. Wow, that was a cool mount. It's like a little luck
The
rabbit
Naru have not forgotten
of
us.
some kind. Getting ready for the Mists of Pandaria, no doubt. So I'm hearing a little bit of Eastern Slavic accent in the Draenei. I'm not too sure if there's an influence of either Russian or Ukrainian, but I can speak a little bit of both, more so on the Russian side than Ukrainian. There's definitely some differences in the dialect, but I like it. I like the diverse. Oh, night elf. And she's wearing one of those royal wedding dresses, so she's got to be of some royalty. Super cool. But so what I said there was a beautiful island, because I really do think it is. The Vale is pretty beautiful. And the second encampment that we do have doesn't look too far from, I'm assuming that tower structure over there looks like it's the main major city, or the, you know, whichever city the Draenei have. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Azuremyst isn't necessarily the Draenei's home or home planet, but that might be the structure, you know, the main structured home city. So, fun fact, as a first responder, I did some training, or I've already mentioned I CIT response, or a part of a CIT response unit. But I do have some training in a few different languages, nothing crazy, more so on the basic understanding and some basic fundamental understanding. But my favorite languages to speak and learn, one would be Cambodian Khmer, which is a pretty unique one, but it's like it's the one outside of Indonesian. It's like the one Southeast Asian language that's not too terribly hard to pick up on. I think Indonesian's probably one of the easiest Asian languages to understand. I'm married to a Korean, so I understand. I mean, it's pretty difficult. Korean's pretty difficult. But I can speak a little bit of Arabic. I'm actually trying to really improve my Arabic. So there's probably a few different moments in the playthrough and series where I will speak Arabic here and there. Probably very rough, very rough translation. So forgive me. I'm still practicing. And I can speak a little bit of Russian and Ukrainian. Not to a professional level by any means, but some of that was more so from family. Or my other side of the family, I should say. But I happen to be blessed to work in an environment with a lot of guys who are former military, and they help teach me a lot of stuff. I feel like it's important to not just diversify our knowledge on stuff, you know, just different various topics and everything in the world. But I do find it interesting and fascinating because as a human, we really can pick up on a lot of different things. So I'm blessed to know a lot of guys who can speak a lot of different languages in a very professional type of format. So getting to learn all of this stuff is pretty cool. Don't know if any of y'all have any languages you speak. Another cool one would be like sign language. I forgot the specific term for it, but hand sign language, that's one that I would definitely love to pick up on. Because I feel like the more we diversify ourselves, especially in a professional format, the more we can help others out there in life. And that's just the first responder in me talking. So bear with me, but yeah, the more I can educate myself on various topics and various tools of the trade, I feel like I'm contributing and benefiting society as a whole. Just like in the series. The more I expose myself to different elements of each character and each role, the better I can be as a player, and the better I can be at that specific class. Well, let's not do that. I don't feel like perishing in the first episode, just, you know, the first episode of the series, although that would be on par for, that would definitely be, hit the status quo, that's for sure. There's a lot of nice little wildlife too. Everything seems peaceful on Azuremyst style. It's quite different from like Silvermoon. Not to say Silvermoon was in like complete chaos, but it's definitely a different tempo. You know, Draenei players, y'all had it pretty good so far. So far, so good. A nice diverse portfolio of mobs, early leveling mobs. Questing doesn't seem too bad in terms of fetching and, you know, just completion, you know, fetching and completion. It definitely doesn't seem too bad, which is nice. And the ambiance is pretty good too. The background OST is really serenading. Not used to this. I'm not used to this peaceful tranquility that we're having here.
Open your heart to the light.
So how are y'all doing? How y'all doing today? What's new in y'all's world? What are some major goals y'all have in your journeys for Azeroth? Please do leave a comment about stuff. I'm a social butterfly, could talk about a lot of different subjects. But it's nice to know what other players and other people in the community are doing in their journeys. Are y'all doing the Greedy Goblins event? Y'all getting ready for Miss? Or maybe you're already playing? For the classic players in Classic Anniversary, y'all still hyping it up in the Barrens, y'all focusing on raiding. It's just nice to hear other people's perspectives, or just what other little goals and whatnot y'all are trying to achieve as well. Everyone's journey is different and very unique, just like every character is different and unique. So it's nice to know what other people are doing. I also should mention this series is going to be played on ultra wide settings. Checking out the channel analytics a little bit, it's very cool to see that a lot of y'all are watching this on a television. I think it's honestly, it's something that I haven't done myself yet personally, but do let me know how it looks. Definitely let me know how it looks. Pod wreckage. Oh no, another one. Any survivors? Doesn't seem like it. At least not in the immediate vicinity. But there is a ship over there in the distance, and it does not appear to be a Horde one, so I'm guessing that's probably an Alliance, which would explain the little few Night Elves we have. Oh, wait a second. Those definitely don't look like Night Elf ships. Night Elf ships are completely purple, and they have a very Asian-inspired design to them. Oh no, it's a gnome, dude. Dang it. Engineer Spark. Actually that makes sense. He's probably the engineer of the boat. He's the engineer of the crew. Dang it, man. That just means I'm gonna have to be questing for gnomes. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, bad experience with a gnome. One in particular who got rid of my dinosaur buddy. I still haven't forgotten about that.
Light bless you.
Admiral of the Alliance Naval Command and Priestess Kylene Ildinare. Looking absolutely fantastic as usual.
See you around.
Cookies Gumbo Jumbo. Wait, Cookie? You're talking Deadmines Cookie? Where did you get that? Is that who you got the recipe from? Did the Alliance steal a handyman from the Devious Brotherhood? Is that? I mean, well, it kind of makes sense considering in the past events, but Cookies Gumbo Jumbo. Honestly, it doesn't sound too bad. I've never really had a authentic gumbo, so I guess it'd be cool to test out at some point. Hunting crabs. My wife would kick my behind right now. She is a big fan of crabs. I don't know why. She just likes crabs. They are delicious though. The crabs are absolutely delicious, especially the ones from Maryland. Especially the blue crabs from Maryland with that little shake that you put on those things. Oh my gosh. Absolutely delightful little dudes. I've seen some big crabs in Azeroth too. There's some big crabs in this game. Kind of reminds me of in Final Fantasy, we had a particular infamous crab called a Bubbly Bernie. And while he became slightly a meme in some ways, at least with the 14 community, in 11 we treated him as a symbol of pride and honor, especially for the players that started in the leveling zone of Bastock. We treated him as a symbol of pride. I guess the equivalent would be like the RuneScape community y'all treat the gnome child as like Allah, yeah, as like God or something. The memes that come with him. I mean, we didn't treat Bubbly Bernie like that, but I mean, it's cool to see just the different different MMOs and the different aesthetics and such. I definitely listen. I like listening to a lot of different video game OSTs. RuneScape has got a phenomenal one. Really, really good one. I definitely have a few favorite tracks that I tend to go back to. Reminding me of my younger middle school days of first learning about RuneScape. And like the RuneScape craze that like took a lot of my friends by storm. I never got into it, but I do appreciate a lot of the humor and just the aesthetics of that game too. The Venture Company, you guys are everywhere. Goodness. Is there not a single place in Azeroth that y'all will not attempt to pillage and mine? My goodness. Y'all don't have any better spots to like go get resources from? Or attempt to extract resources in your capitalist venture ways? Or just go to Orgrimmar. I mean, good luck surviving against the orcs, but just go to Orgrimmar. Y'all got some connections in Ratchet and Booty Bay. Well, some connections, not all. So while I'm doing this quest, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a tea break. Pardon me for one moment, y'all.
You need something? See you later. Safe travels. Have a good one. King's honor, friend. For the Alliance. Be careful. Go with honor, friend.
Goddess bless you. Asha Thala.
Hi. Off with you.
All right, back at it. Nice little cup of jasmine. What the heck? Dude, what are you chopping? Air? Good old World of Warcraft jank. Solid. I love it. I love it. It was just, he was so in tune to his work. Dude, there's another one. Dudes are so in tune to their work, they're just like going through the motions. Ah, that reminds me of the country days. Living on the country in a farm. Can't go wrong. Remember chopping wood. I miss doing that.
Light bless you.
Ah, we've been through more dangerous stuff. Trust me, Admiral. This is nothing.
Be careful.
Traitor amongst the mists. We got our little disguise and we're gonna try to figure it out. Traitor amongst, okay, so we've got, this is, I was gonna say this is like a game of Guess Who for those fellow 90s children. Do y'all remember Guess Who? Oh my gosh. Guess Who, the commercials for those old games, oh my gosh. Nickelodeon back in the day, Cartoon Network and everything. Oh, I'm about to start going on another tangent about good old 90s stuff. Sorry, y'all. I'll refrain from it this time, but I will not spare any thoughts next round. Okay, so we got a Night Elf Admiral, we got a few dwarves, we got the Lumberjack dudes, we got the Gnome, who's also part of the crew. We have the Venture people that are right there, so I wonder who's making a deal with the Venture company. I wonder who's making a deal with those guys. Unless there's something even more devious going on. Ooh, Naga, okay. Starting to see a little bit more of the local wildlife. Man, Draenei, you guys have a lot of stuff. And another quest, oh my goodness. At this point, I'm gonna have a whole page to turn in. So I do like to do that. I do like to go out and take care of all the quests possible, then go back and hand them all in, because I mean, we're still very, very young. I'd imagine, just like with Blood Elves, when you finally hit the Ghostlands, I imagine Draenei are going to be about the same, meaning that our starting zones take care of us from 1 to basically about 30. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of quest rotations going on. Hopefully a lot of fun ones and not a lot of fetch quests. I'm cool with fetch quests, I understand it. But after like the 5th or 6th one, I'm kind of like, okay, I give me something a little bit different. That would be nice.
I don't have a target.
So far, I'm liking Draenei. Definitely a little bit different. Even coming from a Blood Elf player. I mean, the Draenei were basically mortal enemies to us. I mean, were they really mortal enemies? Not more than the Scourge. But I guess it's all relative. I mean, I guess it just depends on perspective. So team, who do you think did it? Who is the traitor? Who is the traitor in the midst? I'm gonna go on one hand and say it's not the Night Elf, because the Night Elf have absolutely no reason to betray the Alliance in any way, shape, or form. Could it be the Admiral himself? Ah, a little bit of 4D chess from the Admiral. That'd be cool, but I doubt it. Probably not one of the Lumberjack dudes. So that kind of leaves us with either the Dwarf, the Gnome, or maybe a different NPC that I just kind of overlooked. Whew. Lightning Bolt ASMR, go, go, go. Again, sorry y'all, we're gonna be hearing Lightning Bolt a lot. We are going to be hearing this spell a lot, I'm afraid. Maybe it's another Draenei too. You know, I can't rule that out. I cannot rule that option out. Because didn't the Legion expansion have some traitors within the Draenei race? I mean, I'm probably mistaken. I didn't get to play Legion. But lore-wise, I'm pretty sure there was. Because there's some Draenei that are actually red-toned in skin, which I don't know if we can actually get unlocked in retail. If we do, I totally would love to get a red Draenei. I think that'd be sick. You know, that'd be like super Star Wars aesthetic. Get to look like Darth Maul or something. Well, there's a cavern system, and there's our objective all the way out there on the opposite aisle. We have made a long trek to this point. Do we go there or do we go inside the cavern? I'm thinking we head to this objective. Because we can always, like, come back, you know? We can always come back. I have a feeling we're going to be coming back anyway. So, we may as well get used to it, you know? The sirens. In Classic Anniversary, the only time I really dealt with the Nagas was Desolus, and there was like one other zone in particular that as mages we had to, because it was like a mage quest that we had to go do something. I forgot where it was. But yeah, there was a very few times that I really mess with the Draenei. So it's pretty cool that we're going to be seeing a lot more of them. Or sorry, mess with the Draenei, mess with the Naga. That's what I meant to say. Mess with the Naga. So this should be pretty interesting, y'all. Should definitely be pretty interesting. This is already, I think, a pretty long first introduction episode. I'm going to go on the wild side and say I'm probably going to keep most episodes to about anywhere between probably 40 minutes to about an hour. Hopefully y'all don't mind. I will include chapters for each and every episode so you can also cut to the part that most interests you. Just in case you don't want to, or don't have the time to, you know, watch the episode in its entirety. Chapters will always be there, so no worries. What is that dude writing? Look like a alien of some sort. All right, how do we do this? There's the post, the meeting post. How do we do this though? One moment, y'all. So I was thinking that the NPCs would activate the moment we actually got on the island. However, I don't think that's the case. Let's see if this... Can we... What did that say? Transform into a tree? Why would I want to do that? Read our little language primer here. Alright, so that... Gosh, we have a lot of quests to turn in. Oh my goodness, this is probably the most amount of quests I've ever had to turn in at one time. Still nothing. I wonder if... Well, no, it said tree, right? Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. Itot gruppe barin. Suka blia. It's always the freaking gnomes, man. It's always the freaking gnomes. This is the problem with the Alliance. Why did y'all... You guys couldn't have been, like, you guys weren't satisfied with the dwarves and their technology and everything. You know, the Black Rock dwarves. You don't think they suffered enough? Including the earthen. You had to go and get the gnomes as well. I know a lot of y'all sit there and say, well, the Forsaken created the plague. Yeah, but the gnomes are crazier than half of the dang alchemy in the Undercity. Gnomes are crazy. It's always a freaking gnome too. I guess I couldn't stop the conversation. I can't jump out of the skies and confront him. I guess we're gonna have to go all the way back and confront the guy. What a guy, man. Dude, gnomes. I will have to play a gnome at some point. Maybe in season 2 if I choose not to do one here. The missing fisherman. What's this all about? So what I said there was, well, outside of the vulgarity that was used, but I covered it up. Other language, see, it doesn't count. It doesn't count if it's in another language. But the first part of what I said basically roughly translates to that stupid guy. Because I don't know how, like, a gnome would be translated. I guess you could use, like, really small person, but I also don't want to sound derogatory because I'm small in real life. I'm only like 5'3". So I'm trying to be careful, trying to select my wording a little bit here. But yeah, gnomes. Gnomes. Look at that fish on the far right. That'd be some good eats right there. Alright, dude. Who is... Oh, it's a night elf. Okay. Crowlin. What's up, bud? What are you doing hanging out here on the pier? I mean, I would gladly keep you company, my man. /sound from Frosty. All the chairs is broken, stranded on a broken island, perhaps.
Be careful.
What happened to your family? Some discussion, Legion.
Good luck, friend. Hello.
Okay, so you moved your... Okay, so what happened to the family, though?
Light your path. May the stars guide you.
Oh. Oh, the Owlkin. Okay. Oh, ooh. Well, okay. Well, let's go clean up some of this vermin. I'm not a fan of the Owlkin, never have been. Not in Classic, and certainly not now, so let's go hunt these little things down. because they deserve it. They washed up on this shore where this gentleman had moved and relocated his family to, and one unfortunate day, they pretty much raided the home and I'm assuming devoured his family, which is extremely messed up. So I will have absolutely no quarrel. Yeah, they did. Oh goodness. At least, I guess, in this sense, he can give we can give his family the proper burial that they deserve. It's still messed up, but this makes me want to go to the hinterlands and completely incinerate every Owlkin that I see. Never was a fan of them.
Illuminate your path.
Oh gosh, he's even saying their names.
Friend.
Mr. Cowlin, I sincerely apologize for your loss. I really don't mean to. Let's give him some respect here.
Greetings. May the stars.
Aw, gosh, we can't even talk to him. I may be a Blood Elf player primarily, but I'm not Heartless. That really sucks, and especially for the Night Elves, because the Night Elves are so in tune to nature and everything else. So why did the Owlkin come here? Like, was it just a renegade part of the Owlkin, or were they tainted by some fell magic or something? Like, what was the cause here? What was their modus operandi? And as much as I would love to sit here and find out, we've got a long trek all the way back to the Admiral's campsite, and no doubt going to have to show a gnome a little thing or two about dissing the fly girl. So we're gonna give him one of these lightning bolts. Possibly consider drowning him in the ocean. You know what I mean? Make it to where the body's not found. Gnomes. Gnome players, again, nothing but love to the Alliance. I just had some bad memories, that's all. The Veiled Sea is also phenomenal. For the Vale and Azuremyst Isle to be kind of a remote, it's really, really nice. Like, I would totally have a house here. You can definitely put some plants, some potters, raised garden beds. You could do a lot. You got the ocean. Wife would be happy. She'd be that close to the ocean. Oh my goodness, forget it. And we all know how real estate is. The closer you are to the sea, things tend to get a little out of hand price-wise. And the architecture, I mean, yeah, it would suck to have to deal with the Naga, but I guess if I went pretty far inland, it wouldn't be too much of a hassle. Speaking of, how excited are y'all for player housing? Dude, player housing in Midnight is gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. Speaking of which, it actually just hit me. Midnight's gonna be coming pretty soon too, so soon enough I'm gonna have to change the War Within series to the World of Warcraft Midnight series, Let's Level series. I mean, I guess I'll just wait to see how other creators do it, but what do you call it? Like the World of Warcraft War Within Midnight, or do you just start calling it Midnight? I don't know. I'll think about it later as time comes. But yeah, Callan, I feel really bad for him. I'm not, I mean, let's just go, we'll go ahead and take our anger out on the gnome. That just seems like the right thing to, the proper thing to do. So definitely a lot going on over here in the Draenei Isle, the Draenei side of life. There's a lot going on. But I'm very excited for player housing. I'm probably gonna put my house or plot or however they're gonna end up doing it, either in Darkshire or somewhere near, as close as I can get to Undercity. I won't go to Silvermoon, though that is an option. Definitely want to stay close to one of those two. That's definitely where my house is going to be, and you are all welcomed to come and visit.
See you soon.
Level 9, Bismillah. Great job, team. Great job. We're definitely going to hit level 10 this episode.
Be careful. Go with honor, friend.
You should have known. You absolutely should have known. You want to know why? Because you can never trust a gnome.
Greetings.
Can't do it.
Go in peace.
Heck, you're guarding a priestess. Whoa, this girl's rocking it. Elune be praised. Ain't the only other thing that's shaking.
Goddess watch over you. May the stars guide you. What brings you here?
Dude, she's bouncing around like crazy. Calm down there. Calm down there. Your goods are shaking left and right there, dearest. Naga war. There's like two different conversations happening here. The admiral who only cares about his stomach, and we have the night elf priestess who is actually concerned about the task of the growing Naga threats, not terribly too far. Thank goodness the dwarfs are actually useful.
I am honored.
So I assume we're going to go back to that cave,
Go in
correct?
peace.
My assumptions are right. See? Intuition. I watched Blue's Clues as a kid. I can solve mysteries. Find Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is she? Learn a few little bit about science and STEM. Bill Nye the Science Guy. And speaking of which, hey buddy, it's time we took care of you. Time to take you out back, although you already are out back. Devotion to the Legion. Well, there's no Legion around to help you out right now, is there? Oh! Look at this lone guard actually coming to help too. Look at that. Alright, let's make sure, let's do a Mozambique drill right here. Go ahead and put 3. 3 in him. Make sure he doesn't get up again. Or Mocambique, as it's actually pronounced. We took care of the spy. It looks like we're going to... I'm going to go with the mace. I think the mace fits Shaman a little bit better. I think it's suiting the vibe just a little bit better than a staff. Maybe staffs are used primarily on druids. I'm not too sure. All right, team. Man, it's like one quest right after the other, huh? Oh, the friendly neighborhood Naga. Where's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I need them? Y'all remember TMNT? To my fellow 90s kids out there, I know you do. And actually, I think the 80s too. Y'all would definitely know that. Let's buff our mace up here a little bit. The Overlords, it doesn't look like, okay, the tunnel goes down a little bit further, so we're gonna have to go down a little bit further. At least he's right there. I mean, that's not bad. We're still gonna have to walk out of the tunnel itself. Take the long way. Still haven't gotten the, what is it, level 10 for ground mounts in retail, so not too far off. Let's pop a totem. Let's get this done. Nice. A few zaps and a clap and the Naga is down. Now for the long trek all the way back. A very, very long trek.
I don't have a target. I'm out of range.
Well, that is a funky looking combination.
Peace be with you.
I cannot pronounce that warlord's name, so we're just going to go ahead and turn the quest in, achieving level 10. 10 levels in one episode. That is a phenomenal way, I think, to kind of cap things off. But we have, let's see, 3, 6, what is it? We got a lot of quests on the right-hand side to turn in. The Dragon Isles awaits. We are not going to be doing any Dragon Isles unless they're coming up in a time walking rotation. We are going to go ahead and hit up our Ghost Wolf form, or Wolf form. I don't think it's Ghost Wolf. Ghost Wolf. That's Druids. So we're just gonna go ahead and call this Wolf Bro. Get a little bit of extra speed. We did unlock Dungeon Finder. Very excited for that. Gonna have to familiarize myself with TBC dungeons because it's been over a decade. And let's go ahead and hit our spec, Restoration. Gotta admit, Elemental seems fun though too. They get Chain Lightning. Enhancement doesn't really seem all too fun. For Restoration, this is what we're gonna do. We officially have achieved our healer badge for the playthrough. Got some talents. So Chain Heal, okay, cool. Earth Shield, Chain Lightning, alright. I think I'm gonna hold off on that. Making our way downtown back to the campsite. Alright. We get this quest every time. Let's go ahead and get that off of our screen. Gotta say, the updated wolf form is pretty cool too. The updated model for it is pretty cool. All right, let's start to hand in all of these quests. Medicinal purpose. Here is your vines that you requested a while ago, so my sincerest apologies. We might even hit level 11 with any little bit of luck. Oh, there's a totem over here. I never talked to a totem before, but first time for everything. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. Hunter Trainer. Here is the requested meat. Let me get some tenderloins. Okay, that's cool. And gosh, it's like every single quest that I'm turning in, or at least outside of the one. I should have seen this coming, but it looks like for every quest we turn in, there's going to be a follow-up. Travel to the Azure Watch. Speaking of assistance, all right. You got it, technician. I like doing this personally,
Blessings upon your family.
where you get, you pack up a whole bunch of quests and you just go and turn them all in. It's really nice to be able to do that. Feels like you definitely achieve a lot, especially if you ding a level, then you feel satisfied with it. But to get, more quests in return is like, ugh, it's like it never ends, is it? Gosh, crazy how they still had to keep the trainers in the game simply because there wasn't any. I mean, what were you gonna do? Assets in the game that were still, although not used, were definitely just gonna still remain there. Beds, bandages, and beyond. Whoa, that sounds a lot like Bed Bath and Beyond. World of Warcraft is the king of puns, but I think there's a little too similarities there going on.
Open your heart.
And we got the Flight Master.
And your hardships
Here is, yeah, I'm interested in taking one of these hippogriffs for a spin. Why not?
Those less fortunate.
Sounds pretty cool.
Remember the lessons of the past. Arcanon Poros.
Let's go to the Exodar.
Safe.
Sounds like it's definitely going to be a lot of fun to check out. Wonder how big it is on the inside. Like, Silvermoon City is a vast, vast city, so I wonder how the Draenei do it. I wonder if, like, is it like a tunnel-based system? Is it like a tower where there's like multiple floors and it kind of like all loops up in a floor, like, kind of goes in like a circle, kind of like a lighthouse? Dude, this is nice. This is sick. Look at these crystals. Coloration and whoa, dude, how sick. The Exodar, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is going to be a good point to turn and call it in for the day. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to episode 1. I'll try and have episode 2 out soon, or as soon as I can. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, looking forward to leveling and learning all about Shaman. I'll catch y'all in episode 2 next time. Take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone. Take care.